In the Know, a radio program talking to the newsmakers in Ogle, Lee, DeKalb counties and beyond, keeping you in the know. Here's your host, Charles Van Horn.
Good morning and happy Sunday. It is another edition of In the Know. Joining me in studio from the Rochelle Area Community Foundation, Emily, good morning.
Good morning.
Glad to have you here. First off, Rochelle Area Community Foundation has been around for some time now, right? How many
20 years.
20.
Celebrating our 20-year anniversary this entire year.
So going strong. It is a foundation that not only helps raise funds for area causes, but distributes those funds and helps amplify area causes' needs and tries to find solutions. There's similar organizations in other towns, but from my understanding, you guys are pretty darn successful at what you do.
Yeah, I appreciate you saying that, number one. But we work with incredible donors that makes that happen. So we've had incredible board members. We had our founding father, Leonard Carmichael, start with this seed, this idea, and he planted the seed, and then we've nurtured the seed, and now he's watching it, or the family is watching it grow. But because of that, we're able to do some pretty significant things here in our community.
And it's an interesting concept to have an organization like the RACF that, again, makes contacts with donors, builds those relationships. And in a city and an area like Northern Illinois, donors can be hard to come by, especially as we've seen with a lot of industrial and corporate sort of movements in Illinois, companies leaving. There's been new industries coming in, but trying to maintain that level, that's a lot of work to keep reaching out to these organizations and these companies and individuals who want to support you guys. How much time is devoted to just reaching out and maintaining those connections?
I think that's probably the majority of my time. So what I absolutely love about my job is I get to work with people who want to make a difference. Those are our donors, whether that be an individual donor or whether that be a company and an industry. So, for example, the city of Rochelle, they're actually launching their campaign, and that's where their employees give through the Rochelle Area Community Foundation through payroll deduction. So they are extremely generous. They're one of our leading payroll deduction program organizations, and they give every single paycheck to RACF, and they are able to give to the causes that mean the most to them, so they can give money to up to 3 different funds through that payroll deduction program. We also work with business and industry like Zeckelman, Wheatland Tube. They came in, they are committed to this community. They gave us a $25,000 annual donation. So we know that we can see that year after year, and they really want to do good and make a difference here in the community. Now, those are just a few, but there are many here in this community, but right off the top of my head, they just want to make a difference. But we also have people who want to create a legacy for their family and for themselves and for this community, and they open up funds. So whether that be a donor advised fund or a field of interest fund, or a designated fund. They, work with the community foundation. They work with me. We talk about their goals, how they want to help, and they give through their fund. And I think that that's something that's very important, that people understand that when you're giving to RACF, you're giving to this community and you're helping it thrive and grow and be successful.
A lot of the organizations that you guys support are going to be those that direct with people in the area directly, and they make a massive impact, whether they be with human services, social work, education, even entertainment, as it were, things that impact people. They're nonprofits. And let's talk about the original vision for the organization. Putting together sort of a collection of funds and then parsing out who gets the help. That's also got to be difficult decisions some years, especially when you think of all the different organizations that, you could throw $1 million at any of these groups and it still wouldn't be enough because they're their needs are always growing. The people they need to help are always out there.
We always say every organization is deserving. The people are in those positions because they have passion and they love what they do. And everybody that we provide funding to or grants to, they are making a difference, whether that be for senior citizens, to the arts, to education, to homelessness, to food insecurities. Every single person or every single organization deserves that. And so, our board members, previous board members up to our current board, they do have a huge decision to make. We do go through all of these grants, and it is very hard to sometimes say, well, we can fund this grant, but we can't fund that grant. So we really look at impact. We look at how is it helping the community that we serve in our 7 zip code area. What is the outcome? And also, we have to make sure that they are being good stewards of our donor dollars. So they are required to fill out reports for us yearly. And we check those reports. We make sure all of the money is handled correctly. But yes, year after year, it gets harder and harder. We saw a record number of 51 applicants start the process for the grant. We had 42 submit, and we were able to fund almost all of them this year, but that's only through the graces of our donors. And then obviously we work through endowment as well.
Now, I've joked in the past, I'm starting my own fund. The Charles Van Horn is totally not embezzling these funds fund. And you've made it pretty clear that the RACF will not be supporting that. Yeah.
No, you've got to be a qualified, vetted organization. We check that against our software. It goes ahead and makes sure that everybody's in good standing. So everything is vetted, qualified. And I'm really proud of that we can tell our donors that everything is legit. And we keep a pretty close eye on things.
I will not be going to buy that caviar anytime soon. The RACF, Rochelle Area Community Fund, not only do you rely on donors, you guys also have plenty of fundraisers and fun activities, too, to help sort of just build the nest egg, as it were.
Correct. And
to keep the wheels turning. Do you have any idea when the first event was for the RACF?
Oh, my goodness. Well, I would have to attribute that back to From the Heart. They were one of the original recipients of the From the Heart money. So I would say that along with the From the Heart Committee, Dave Eckhart, Chuck Watkins, they were the ones that, said, hey, we want to do good and we're going to distribute this money out. So I would say that's probably one of the first events that RACF was a part of. And then we've soon grown to many events now.
Now, From the Heart recently retired. A lot of work put in by those folks involved with that. And they did a lot of good as well. They certainly contributed funds to a lot of the same organizations you did. Mm-hmm. That's going to leave a literal hole in the heart of this community, as it were. And I suppose some of that's going to fall upon you guys to sort of step up and try to fill in some of those gaps.
Yes, that's what we hope to do. We hope to be able to continue to raise funds, working with donors to tell them that you can give to these organizations, but you can give to them through RACF. Also, sometimes we get our money through 4% spendables. And so I don't want to get too in the weeds with this, but that comes off of our endowments, our investments that we have. And then we take 4% of a 12-month rolling average, and that's what we are able to grant out. So if we've got great years and our investments have great years, we have a great granting season. So I guess we'll just continue to keep working on things. We are going to be hosting, our Granting Futures event, but we're going to change that and make that a gala. So not only are we going to grant money out, but we're going to hopefully be raising money alongside of this wonderful day of giving back. And it's a huge evening of philanthropy. So that is going to be happening, calling the Granting Futures Gala next year to help maybe with some of that fundraising.
Now, what events do you have coming up soon? Because there's a lot of things going to be happening over the summer with you guys, big fundraising events.
Well, the next one that we have coming up isn't a real true fundraising event for RACF itself. We have our 20-year celebration with the Rochelle Chamber. They're going to come in, and that's on July 16th. And we will be having Ralphie's Barbecue and Catering at our office at 350 Maymart Drive. So you can come on in. You can check out the foundation office. We want you to come be in our picture, and then we want you to stay and have a little bit of lunch. So come and go. It's from 11:30 to 1. It'll be a lot of fun, but we're not per se going to be raising money, but we're going to talk to people about RACF and the impact that we've made and how you can be a part of that as well.
July 16th, by the way, fun fact, that's my birthday. So I'm just going to assume the entire celebration is about me.
It sure is, and
Yeah.
we should have a cake or something for you. I think that'd be
very nice.
fun.
Yeah.
I'll tell Trisha.
Please do. Yeah, I'm sure she will definitely not forget that. RACF, always activities going on. Again, the big ribbon cutting coming up in July. What else is going to be happening?
So before that, and I don't want to get charged $1, but we're going to be having the mayor's book signing because he did open up that fund with us at the Rochelle Area Community Foundation, and that is the John Barrows Family Endowment in memory of Denise Halsney Moore. And all of the proceeds from his book is going to this fund because they want to be able to support education, youth, local, and I think that's great. And we're very appreciative and honored that he would do something of this magnitude. This is pretty significant, and we're excited for that. So that's going to be on June 25th out at Luna. Now, that's not our event, but we're going to be there. We appreciate the opportunity to be able to speak to people about the Community Foundation, the difference it makes. And I feel like it kind of goes hand in hand with his book. It's pretty neat.
And that fund is going to be supporting educators too, which is
yes.
very important. Yeah. And hopefully the mayor will talk a little bit. He's a man of few words.
Very few words. Yes. I think he'll talk.
What else is going on?
Okay, so I'm really excited about this next one.
Yeah.
This is going to be happening on June 24th at 6 o'clock, and it's called Unidos por la Comunidad, and that is United for the Community. So I have got some amazing board members, and we love this community, and we love everybody in this community. So we thought that we would hold a Spanish-speaking event.
Yeah.
Our board member, Yasmin Nambo, is going to be leading this. We're really excited about it. It's at 6 o'clock out at the Lincoln School, and we're going to have pizza available for those who want to come. There'll be more information on it, but everything will be in Spanish. I feel like that's maybe something that we lack in this community, where we're not able to communicate, and I'm very blessed to have Yasmin step up and say, hey, let's do this. So we're going to be inviting the Spanish-speaking community to come in to meet with us, business owners, how you can get involved with the Community Foundation. And that's not always through donation. It's how can, how can I write a grant and get that to you? Do you have it available in Spanish? That's something that we're going to be working on. Also, can I get on your board? You have an event. How can I help? I want to donate a basket. So there's a lot of different ways that we can all work together on that. So I'm really excited for that event. Again, June 24th, 6 p.m. at Lincoln School. Unidos por la Comunidad. So united for the community.
Very good.
Yeah. And then lastly, we are going to have a 20-year celebration.
Yeah.
It's a golf outing. We all have golf outings, but ours is going to be a little bit different.
Okay.
So that's where we bring all of our nonprofits and they sit on the holes. It's free for them to come that day, but it's a great way for the people who participate in the golf outing to learn about the Community Foundation and everything that we support here in the community. So how your donor dollars are at work. So that's kind of neat. That is going to be on August 29th. That is Labor Day weekend, but it's a 10 o'clock shotgun. So, some of us work half days on those long weekends. So come shotgun at 10 o'clock. We're going to have a box lunch. It's out at Fairways, box lunch by Luna. And we're going to have some really neat things out there. And you get to golf, and we'll have all this information up on our website, and we'll be inviting a lot of our local businesses to come as well.
Now you'll have, again, some of your beneficiaries going to be hanging out at the holes. Are they going to have helmets and goggles? Because my golf game is a little dangerous to woodland creatures, trees, ponds.
Yeah, it's kind of a come at your own risk type event. Yeah. I think it'll be a lot of fun, though.
You're making them earn that donation standing out there getting golf balls flying at them.
Yeah. One thing I will say is Steve Hamilton from the Hamilton Collection, he was out at our Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. He brought out $6 million worth of vehicles to that event a couple of years ago. He's actually going to come out to this event for us. He's going to bring one of his vehicles, and you can actually sign up for a raffle to win like an hour in one of his cars, and you can go drive it and take it.
Wow.
So he's out of Naperville. We love Steve Hamilton from the Hamilton Collection.
Now, can we park the car far enough away from the golf course? Because again, my slice is pretty wicked.
I think he's going to let us bring it back by hole 1. I think we're going to actually get to have that guy right there. Maybe take some pictures. He loves for people to get in these crazy cars.
Have the auto glass place on standby because I know how my shots are. Emily, if somebody wants to find out more about RACF, where do they go on the internets? Where do they go on social media?
Great. So you can follow us on Facebook or Instagram. Just type in Rochelle Community Foundation, or you can go to RochelleFoundation.org. That has all of our information there. You can always stop by our office at 350 Main Mart Drive. We are in the drive up of Central Bank, but they grant us that space for free. We're very appreciative of Central Bank for all of their support. So you can come on in and see us 350 Main Mart Drive, or come see us at any of these events.
Sounds good. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to this week's In the Know. The program returns next week at this time with another great conversation with someone from your community.